It's always funny looking at your phone, seeing the notification. It's funny looking at your phone, seeing the. Oh my god.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Jesus. Why did you have it so loud?
So usually when we jam at night, it's pretty loud.
I know that, but still.
So that's why.
So now you have to go into the habit of, once you're done, you mute it. But like you turn it down all the way. And once you get back on Friday, once you get back on Saturday, you're like, boop, 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 and then that's all it. Are you guys still doing the Unknown podcast?
Yeah, we plan on doing it tonight, finally.
Nice.
Oh, come on.
What are you gonna do?
Paste. For some reason, pasting on Twitter, I just missed it. As always, a pain in the butt.
Mr. Smiley was trying to find out how to use Twitter last night.
I mean, it's not very hard.
That was the funny part. I don't have Twitter, I know how to tweet.
All right. So we got all that.
I can definitely feel the stickiness of the fireball underneath me. I'm gonna shoot. Oh, we can talk about Fastlane.
Really?
Yeah, we can. It's possible.
I don't know that there's really a whole lot about Fastlane I want to talk about. All right. So we can talk about, how about in the What's Up, we talk about the thing you guys did last night. What was that called? Superhero Mom Night or something?
It was like mom and son superhero game night.
Anything else in the What's Up?
Not really.
Alright, so then we'll do something about, I want to tell about the gardens and being on the news and such.
And then RCS and RLRS. RLRS is so hard to say quickly. But you can say RCS correctly, like fast, but you can't say RLRS.
So give me a quick rundown of what your content is for this.
So this is the second year of RLRS. And there's actually a couple people that I know who are in, because today is league play, which isn't technically It's the start
Okay.
of.
All right. Okay. We'll save it for the show then. But I want to make sure that you have something to actually talk about, not people are playing Rocket League on Twitch like they do every minute of every day anyway. Okay? So it needs to be something worth talking about. All right, Guardians Rocket League. I'm going to check with Taggart on some real quick. I think I might announce our new show on this show. Why?
No, we have pop out chat, but also, why would you say that?
Why would I say what?
Why would you say that out loud?
What?
Because what if, like, you don't?
Well, I mean, I've already tweeted that we're working on a new show, so it's not like a secret that we're working on a new show, but we haven't announced what the show is. And I just want to make sure that we talk about the Unknown podcast, and once Tiger gets back to me, we'll talk about that for a second too.
And what about Wessel Circus?
What about it?
I don't know, I just thought that since you bought a new shirt, thought that you could maybe talk about why you wanted to buy the new shirt and why you like Wessel Circus so much.
Okay. We can talk about
Fast Lane Circus. Coming to a theater near you.
All right, well, we can get started because Tiger didn't got back to me, but that'll still be another hour until we're ready to record that part anyway. All right, so I guess we're ready.
Yeah. Would you and him just do that part, I'm guessing? Because it's just you and him doing the announcement. That you can bring him into the call and just you and him can just do a little ending segment about it.
That would be cool. We'll try that.
Yeah, I'm smart.
Have like a little special guest like in the outro segment.
But like I wouldn't be in it. Just you and him because it's your guys' thing. You guys are announcing it.
Okay. Maybe I'll get him on either Google Hangouts or maybe because he's coming over to watch Fastlane tomorrow night. So maybe I'll just wait and then add that at the last minute.
Look up on the scorecard. Should I go get the scorecard real quick
I
for
can
that?
just pull it up right here.
I don't know exactly what's happening.
And I'll tell you about that later.
Can I just see the scorecard real quick?
That's what I just clicked on. I mean, there's really nothing exciting about it.
That shows what? That shows what SmackDown's doing with Shinsuke Nakamura win first match of the night.
No, that's the main event. Or no, this is the main event.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which will be a really cool match. I'm excited for that. But yeah, that's really.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not.
If that's the first match, I want to be kind of mad. He won the Royal Rumble and he's still having first match of the night.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Who's he fighting at WrestleMania? Has he said?
AJ Styles. So that means AJ Styles is going to win. Or John Cena might win. It's one of those two. Nobody else.
Right. Well, let's start it off here.
That'd be a good match.
You ready?
John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura. That sounds like a good match.
I don't think anything that includes John Cena sounds like a good match.
But they both have kind of not completely similar, but it makes sense. Like they're not similar fighting styles, so it's more cool things that show up. Yeah, let's just get this going. Keys announcement.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
You start or I start?
You got it. Okay.
Let's see, one more thing real quick. Okay, so March 8th is when we announced that it was coming back. So that was 3/8. So yeah, that was 2 days ago. So that was Thursday.
It was a year and 2 days ago.
Yeah. And then this episode, if we wait to record Taggart's section until tomorrow night, that means it'll be released on the 12th, which would be the exact 1-year anniversary. So
do we want to do that? Release on the exact?
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just plan on that regardless.
Okay.
All right, right?
Okay, go.
Okay. Sounds like the computer's having a heart attack over there.
Well, that happened every single time we tried to do that. It just fails the first time. Can you get your phone out of here? What is that? This?
No, it's
Not sure. What is that?
It's the computer.
Why is the computer making that noise?
And why does it only make it when I press down on the desk?
Doesn't do it when I do it.
Weird.
Like, it only does it right next to the mouse. Right here. It only does it around that area. What
Weird.
the heck is that?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, the Next Generation, episode 28. I'm Brandon.
I'm Lane.
And this is our 1-year anniversary episode.
Yes.
So we made it an entire year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sometimes I get tired of talking about, oh my God, we did this. Oh my God, we did another episode. But a year is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So it was, so today's date, when we're recording this right now, is March 10th. So 2 days ago on March 8th, well, a year ago, March 8th, was when we tweeted on the Howdy Inc. Twitter that we're bringing back Howdy Radio, the Next Generation, coming soon. Some crappy little image that I put together, and
crazy to see that back again, because those they kind of like same background as we had the original couple episodes, like the original 10.
Yeah.
That little like black background.
Yeah.
I had a Pearl Jam shirt on.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. So I don't know for sure. I'd have to kind of look at the dates of our old stuff, but I don't know that there's any podcast or anything that we've ever ran as Howdy Inc. that has lasted like an actual year.
Yeah.
I mean, we've missed weeks here and there. We're at episode 28 a year in.
So good.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically every 2 weeks almost, right around in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm super cool with that.
1 point having like a 4-week offspring.
Yeah. Offspring?
I don't know.
You got to keep them separated?
Well,
no?
You know what I meant.
Oh, okay. So 1 year. So we've been doing it for a year. I don't know. People are still listening to us.
Yeah.
We have people that like our that like the podcast, and that's awesome.
And they listen. Yep.
So we as this will come out on the exact 1-year anniversary of our first episode. Our first episode was March 12th of 2017. So this episode will be released on March 12th of 2018. So it's exactly 1-year anniversary show.
Yeah.
You think we'll still be doing it for another year?
Definitely not.
You don't think so?
I don't think we will in the least bit. No. I think we'll stop in a couple months.
Why do you think that?
I think that would, because spring soccer is about to start.
Yeah, things get crazy with soccer season.
And then during fall, because I'm going into 7th grade, I'm probably going to be doing cross country.
Okay.
So, and that's going to be like on Saturdays and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like running a lot. And once I get home, I want to sleep.
Well, then we might just have to adjust when we record the show, which is kind of the same thing that we're kind of going through with our other podcast, the Unknown Podcast.
Do a summer show. Like if we don't want to do it during like spring and fall and winter.
Yeah.
We just do it in the summertime.
Yeah, I want to keep doing it. I want to keep doing it year round. I'd rather just find a better time. I mean, even Sunday morning is kind of what we were doing for a little while, but that might not work either because of soccer. Soccer makes everything hard to have extra time.
Yep.
But we'll manage. We'll make it work. We made it work through soccer season last year, and we're at 28 episodes.
Yep.
So yeah, but I don't know that like when we did regular Howdy Radio, like back on the back in the Ustream days or the Winamp audio days that we used to do, like I don't think we ever kept with it for a year. Like we'd do it for a little while and then we'd stop doing it for a while and then we'd bring it back, and that happened a whole lot of times.
Yeah.
But
I think we've all heard that story.
The fact that we've stuck with it for a year, I'm pretty proud of that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Now it's the new generation.
Yeah. And I mean, within that year now, I mean, that wasn't just bringing Howdy Radio back, but that was bringing Howdy Inc. back. Howdy Inc. had done basically nothing for, I think, like 4 years or so. It had been since the Howdy Inc. account on Twitter had tweeted. It was like 4 years in between since we had done anything. So now within this past year, so now we've recently started up the Unknown Podcast with me and Smoothie and Scott. And then stay tuned because at the end of this episode, we've got another show to announce. So Howdy Inc. is kind of like really back in the swing of things. So
thanks to you and me.
Yeah, for sure. This will always be the flagship show. This will always be the main one.
Everything else is spin-offs.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, basically. Yeah. Right on. So, this week, what happened this week? Anything fun happened this week? Last night, you and your mother went and did something at the school. What'd you guys do?
So, we went to the high school, and there was a, mother-son game night kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was, superhero themed. So, there were a bunch of games that were, superhero themed.
Okay, that makes sense.
There was one that was, you had to fling rubber bands at, these cups. I think that was, Hawkeye or something like that.
Yeah.
There was one that was, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which was weird. You just had to throw marshmallows in a cup.
How did you do? How many marshmallows did you get in the cup?
Well, I think there was 6 overall, and me and Mama had to work together. So I would throw one and she would catch it. Was it all working together, or was it was everything else was against each other?
Okay. That's what I thought.
That was the only one that wasn't with each other.
Okay. But so just all kinds of goofy games, and it took just how long did it how long does it take to play one of the games?
Minute and a half.
Okay.
There was a couple ones that were really challenging.
I know she said that they were trying because Liz kind of helped set all this stuff up as she normally does, and I know she said they were trying to make it kind of minute to win it type games. Yeah. Something just goofy and quick. Yeah. So you how many different games did you play?
You didn't play all of them.
Okay.
We played most of them.
Okay.
We didn't play Supergirl Blows.
Play what?
We did not play Supergirl Blows.
Okay.
I don't know. But the line was just big for that one. A lot.
Was that a popular one? Is that why there was a line? Or?
I think so.
Okay.
It was I think you had to blow up a balloon and then knock cups down with your balloon or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
It was weird.
What was your favorite one that you played?
Probably either the marshmallow one or the speed stacking one. Mama beat me every time with that one but once.
So she kind of whooped your butt all night long, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I heard. What's up with that?
I don't know.
How are you going to let your mom beat you at all of these games?
I thought I would do better.
Yeah. You should have practiced.
But I'm really good at breaking the cups down and building them up.
Okay.
So, because it's harder to build them up because you can't do them too far apart. But then you just take the top one and just go down and then stack.
Yeah.
So, I always beat her at the...
Which one did you do the worst at? Which one was you just sucked at it?
Either the potato one, where you had to put a potato in between your legs and walk.
Okay.
And then drop it into a bucket like you were having a baby.
Okay.
And then there was the other one where you had to hike a football. Not hike. You had to hike toilet paper
like a
into
football?
A bucket. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't think what.
That would be hard. How far away was the bucket?
Like not too far away.
Like
enough for kindergartners to do it.
Kindergartners?
Yeah.
Were there kindergartners there?
Yeah.
It was
like kindergarten to 6th grade.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was that wide of a range of classes. Okay.
There was one that was like the Hulk. You had to like unwrap it with the gloves and stuff.
Yeah.
Mom would demolish me at that one.
Man.
But the cookie one.
You need to get like revenge. You need to like practice these and challenge her to a rematch or something.
The cookie one. You had to put a cookie on your forehead and use your face muscles to get it in your mouth. I won like instantly.
All right.
You just squint your face a bunch until it gets into your mouth. Just have your mouth open the whole time and just squint.
All right.
Yep.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what else? Anything else happened this week? I don't think anything else. Well, something cool happened, but I'm saving it for like our next topic.
Yeah.
But it's been a pretty regular week this week, right?
Yep.
Third quarter just ended, is that right?
Yes.
Third quarter. So we're going into fourth quarter at school now. Almost done. Before you know it'll be done.
Yeah.
We're almost there. All right. Well, let's talk about what are we talking about? Yeah. All right. So let's do this. That was a terrible ending.
Look at all those dead AOs.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't pop out chat. Well, we did, but then we didn't look at it. I like your work.
Thanks.
Why is it like look so like it looks real but like fake at the same time?
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It looks like somebody like took it and like made it like kind of smoother than it's supposed to be. I know it's still bumpy, but it seems so smooth. Where would this go in a building? Like right here?
It's
like
a
that?
part of a no.
Where would it go?
It's a part of a brick.
Oh, it's a part of one brick. So
Yeah.
so like that. So like yeah. Right?
Probably
Probably like that.
No, I think it would be more like this.
Okay. No.
Well, no.
They would
I'm
be
not
more
sure.
at the bottom because like this is where this then yeah. I want to see chat. I want to see how ball of chat is. Nothing. Thanks, guys. I forgot that nobody watches. What's up?
What's up?
I didn't think it would take that long to load.
All right, ready?
Or simple note.
Just says gardens.
No, okay.
All right, ready?
Yes.
I guess I wasn't ready.
Thought you were supposed to go since it's guidance. It's about you. You're trying to keep it in, and then you press play the second it came out. Oh, that's funny.
All right.
Oh, did I tell you that somebody at school did like a graph about Wayne's World? It was cool.
You ever seen Wayne's World?
I've seen like 10 minutes of it.
That doesn't count as seeing Wayne's World, you know.
I know. I said
Did
I've
you like
seen...
Ace Ventura?
Yes, I did. It's a very good movie.
All right, ready?
Yes.
All right, so I had a cool little adventure, I guess you would call it, this week. So here in Cincinnati, we have an old arena called the Cincinnati Gardens. It was a pretty big deal back in the day. It kind of sat there and wasn't used for like the last decade almost. And then, so now they're tearing it down. They're going to probably build a parking lot or condos or something where it goes.
That's kind of dumb.
It is very dumb. So, but this arena, when it was built in 1949, I think is when it was built. And when it was built, it was like the 7th largest arena in the country at that time, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then, of course, arenas just kept getting bigger and bigger, and it definitely wasn't one of the biggest anymore.
And then, like, Madison Square Garden came.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah. Or even in our own town, US Bank Arena is what it's called now. It used to be called the Coliseum. Like, that's larger than the Gardens as well. Oh. But the Gardens has a lot of history, like a lot of really cool stuff happened there while it was there. The Beatles played there. Elvis played there. It's where all the big concerts, like in the 70s, like they all went to the Gardens. It was a big deal. There's a lot of hockey teams played there. The hockey team that we have here, and the Cincinnati Cyclones, who's our local hockey team here, they started out there. The circus, every year the Shrine Circus came to the Gardens. So when I started going to the Gardens, was like mid to late 80s. And I went, I think the first time I was ever there was for wrestling, if I remember correctly. It was NWA wrestling with Ric Flair and the Road Warriors and all of those awesome wrestlers from the mid to late 80s. Yeah. So I saw a lot of wrestling there, and then I saw a lot of Cyclones hockey games there. And it's pretty cool because years later, like once I met Liz, like she talked about how her and her dad used to go to the Gardens all the time to watch hockey too. So there's a good chance that we might have been at the same game even around the same time period. The Gardens was the first place that me and her saw a wrestling show together. We saw Monday Night Raw there in 1997.
Do you remember what the main event of that was?
I remember it sucked. I think it was like a 6-man match, and it was a stupid main event.
Well, at this point, when it was Raw at Cincinnati, was it still like it was able to be big, or?
Yeah, I mean they packed the place. Yeah.
No, I mean like, was it able to have like important storyline in it?
This was kind of right before the Attitude Era broke, like right before it. So like the show was like kind of starting to get good.
Yeah.
But it, like if it would have been a year later, then it would have been, full on Steve Austin and all the great Attitude Era stuff. So I mean, it wasn't the best episode that Raw has ever done.
But now, I remember we went to SmackDown one time, and there was Miz TV. So
yeah, well, SmackDown just kind of sucks.
Yeah. At that point, they didn't have the roster split, so everyone could be there. Yeah.
So the Gardens, very cool place. But then it hasn't really been used for the last decade or so. So it's an older. I mean, I get it. Like everybody that bands that tour and stuff like that, like they all want to play at nicer arenas, nice new updated, they got to have the nice backstage areas and all of that stuff. So I mean, I understand that it wasn't up to the standard of what arenas are nowadays. So it's not that I'm like opposed to them tearing it down. Like it hasn't got a good use in such a long time anyway. But at the same time, so now they're tearing it down. They took the big letters off the front that said Cincinnati Gardens like a month or two ago or so. And I wanted to go take pictures of the building without the letters on there. So the 4 of us went down and I got some pictures of it and stuff. So then this past week, Wednesday, I saw on their Facebook page that they were finally taking the wrecking ball to it. So it's been weird the way this whole thing's worked out. Like there's never any like announcement of like, this is when we're going to start tearing it down, or like, this is how long it's going to take to tear it down. And so I guess I don't know why they wouldn't know when that was going to happen, but whatever. So I saw that they were, okay. So I saw that they were, that the wrecking ball was there on some pictures on Facebook and stuff. So I was like, I want to go down there and take pictures. I like taking pictures of stuff like that.
Okay. That's not what happened.
Okay. You're right.
You were like, oh, I really want to go, but like traffic's super bad, so I don't think we'll be able to get there, and maybe even get a break if we're able to.
Yeah.
And then we all just yelled at you and said that you do that every single time you want to go somewhere.
I kind of do.
And then you finally went with Mama.
Yeah.
And then guess what happened?
Yeah. So I think Tyler kind of pushed me into it on this occasion. He was like, "You're being an idiot. Just go." And I was like, "You're right. I'm being an idiot. I'll just go." So I'm glad I went. It worked out great. So we went down there. I just wanted to get some pictures of the building with a big hole in the side of it, essentially. And I feel like I got that picture. It's on my Instagram if you would like to check it out. So we get down there and we kind of park across the street from the place. and there is a Channel 5 news camera guy, one of our local news channels, that he's down there, and he's got his video camera, and it's just kind of pointed at the gardens, like at the big hole in the wall, essentially. And he was there for a little while, and I was like, why is this guy still here? And like, because nothing was happening by the time we got there. Like, the construction crews were gone and everything. They weren't still like actively tearing it down at that moment. So I'm like, why is this guy still here? Because like, essentially he can only get one shot at this point because nothing's happening to the building. So why is he still recording? So I thought that was kind of weird. But then we start walking around, and we cross the street, and we're like walking as close to the gardens as you can get because there's a huge fence surrounding the place because it's a big construction zone now. So we get up there, and I found on the other side of the fence a piece of a brick from the gardens. Like, everybody like on Facebook is like, oh, I want to, if you're on the watching live, you can see the little brick here I got. So I couldn't reach the thing because it was too far away. It was like maybe 3 feet in on the other side of the fence. I couldn't reach it. So we went back to the car to try to find something to reach it with. And we found an umbrella, and that did not quite reach it. And then
it would have, if you guys would have extended it. Yeah,
we did not extend the umbrella. But then I was like, there's a tree over here. So I just went over to the tree and broke off a decent sized branch, and then kind of laid on the ground and stuck my arm under the fence, and I fished out the little piece of brick. So I got my own little piece of the gardens.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I'm very glad. I'd like to get a full brick. Everybody wants a brick from the place, but I don't know if I'll be able to get any more than what I've got. So at least I got what I did get.
Yeah.
So kind of backtracking a little bit though, as we were standing in front of the building and I was taking pictures and stuff, the camera guy, he was kind of filming us taking pictures of the gardens.
Yeah.
And like, once he got like a little video of us, then he left right before, like literally like 2 minutes before I was shimmying under a fence trying to get a little piece of the brick. I wish he would have still been there while I was acting like an idiot trying to get something. But so we were on our way home, and Liz called the boys and said, hey, turn on Channel 5 because they had a news guy there just in case. Turn on.
Before you guys actually got that was before you guys will across the street.
Yeah.
And called us.
Yeah.
As you saw the van.
Yeah.
Before you guys were actually on the news, you guys called us.
Right. And so we said, hey, record the news at like 5:30 or whatever. And then we got home, and I think Tyler called us like right when it happened. It was at the very beginning of like the 5 o'clock news where they were like teasing, like not teasing, but saying what stories that they were covering on this edition of the local news. And one of the things was they're tearing down the Cincinnati Gardens, and we're going to talk about that later. And like, as they were doing that, they were like, here's a live look from the Cincinnati Gardens. And it was me and Liz standing there, like looking at the gardens. We were very small. You could hardly see us. But
that's not true. You could definitely see you guys.
Well, yeah. But you're okay. You're right. I'm sorry. So we were on the news. I mean, kind of just barely.
Well enough to be able to see your chicken logo on the back.
Yeah, I was wearing my work hoodie, and I was like, yeah, Chicken on the Run's on the news now too. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So it turned out to be a pretty cool little adventure. We ended up on the news. I got a piece of the gardens, which is super awesome. I've been talking to like kind of people on Instagram and on Reddit and stuff about the gardens. Like, it's been a topic that everybody's talking about now. Like, oh, I remember going to this, or I remember going to that, or whatever. And my favorite one out of all of them that I've seen now is I found one on Instagram, and it's this guy. He posted the letters from the marquee that said the Beatles Tonight sold out. And like, this guy like actually has the letters of that was up on the marquee. So I commented on his photos, and I was like, is that really like the actual letters that were on the marquee? And he replied, he said, yeah, I worked there for a little over 40 years. And I was the one that took down the letters off of the marquee, and I kept them. And I was like, that's the coolest thing in the world. That's so awesome. So they're tearing the place down. So no more going to the gardens. But it's weird. It was kind of cool to see, like, with the big hole in the side of it. Like, there was just like chairs and stuff like just spewing out of the side of it, which I find weird because Like now when they tear down arenas like this, everybody wants to buy stuff from it. Like that's a big market now. Like people buy bricks and people buy seats from it. Like anytime they tear down like a baseball stadium, they sell all the seats out of it because they can make a lot of money off of that. And people want that kind of stuff. There's a big market for that. So I know they sold some seats from the Gardens, but most certainly they did not sell many of them, because you can look in what's left of the place now and like there's just seats like dangling everywhere. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't sell them. I don't know what the reasoning is.
There's probably drugs in them.
Of course, that made no sense.
Wasn't that something that you said earlier about how
lead paint is what I had read. Somebody on Facebook said they can't sell them because they're made with lead paint or something. But I mean, that's just some random guy on Facebook. Who knows whether or not that's true or not. But I mean, I have no idea. But so that was when we went. You can see the picture on my Instagram. That was just kind of a hole in the like front corner of the building. But now I've kind of been keeping up with hashtag Cincinnati Gardens on Instagram. So I'm kind of just waiting to see like more pictures of people posting it, which there isn't a ton of, which kind of sucks. But like it looks like basically the whole like one side of the building is gone now. You can like you can see into like the entire arena now because the one wall is just gone. So I might go back down there sometime this weekend again just to take some more pictures of the process.
Yeah.
And it looks like it might be easier to get a brick now because there's a whole lot more bricks that have been knocked down since I was there last. Yeah. So that's that. So Cincinnati Gardens, we say goodbye to it. You went to the Gardens, what, just a couple of times?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure just for the circus.
You went to a circus and soccer, I think you went with us.
That was Tyler.
We took Tyler and one of his friends for his birthday. You weren't with us for that?
It was a Columbus Crew game.
It was not a Columbus Crew game.
Oh,
no. It was a local Cincinnati
then I was not.
Indoor soccer team.
I've never been to an indoor soccer game.
Okay.
I've only been to the one where like Tyler has actually played.
Yeah.
Like, those kind of things.
I gotcha. So then just the circus.
Yeah.
And that was the last time the four of us went was to the circus.
Yeah.
And I think that was the last time we went to the circus also. Yeah. I don't think we've gone to any other circuses since then.
That was the time.
And we didn't even stay for the whole thing because we're just kind of not really into the circus.
That was the time where you told us that we were going to church and you made us dress up for the circus.
Yeah.
And then I got face paint. That was the best part.
Did you get face paint at the circus? I got face
paint. And I was
that's
wearing
right.
Dress clothes.
Yeah.
At the circus.
That's right. You got face paint. We went down like on the floor during like intermission. You could go down like on the floor, and there was face painters, and there was like ride some of the little like baby elephant or something like that or whatever. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Animal abuse. More elephant stuff about the circus.
Yeah, that's why we kind of don't care for the circus as a family.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why the circus is kind of, I mean, the big one went out of business. So this was never the big one. The one at the Gardens wasn't Ringling Brothers. It was the Shrine Circus, which I guess goes all around the country. So I'm sure people know what that is, but I know it comes here. I don't know where they're going to come now though, because every year they came to the Gardens, like even when the Gardens wasn't even really hardly being used anymore, the Shrine Circus still came there. So now that there is no more Gardens, I don't know, like when the Shrine Circus comes to Cincinnati every year, I don't know where it's going to go. I guess just US Bank Arena would be, I guess. So that's that.
Yep.
All righty.
Wow, we need to work on our endings.
Yeah, we do.
So, what's the next couple ones? We got RCS and RS. Did you win, Tyler?
Nope, got 7th place in a row.
You sure those 7s weren't 1s?
All right, so I had a cool little adventure, I guess you would. You want to do this one as Rocket League / wrestling?
Sure. So, Rocket League / Fastlane / Circus.
Yeah.
It's weird that says circus when we were just talking about the circus and it's not the actual circus.
True. All right, you ready?
Should I bring this one in?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, can you go down Google real quick and look up when RCS season 4 happened? Season 5 right now. I want to know when the first one was. That'd be helpful. I mean, when the fourth one was. Alright. Season 4. 11/10. 2017, 11/10. Location, Washington, D.C.
Right, when you bring this one in, like before you get started, remind people that we've got a big announcement at the end of the show.
When I bring it in.
Huh?
When I bring it in?
Yeah. So how about you start it with all right, before we go any further, just a reminder to stay tuned at the end of the show. We've got a big announcement for a new Howdy Inc. project or podcast.
Not we.
Well, we as in Howdy Inc.
Yeah. So I'm going to say Howdy Inc.
Okay.
Has a big announcement.
Okay. Ready?
All right, so just before we start this next segment, just make sure you stay tuned for the end of the show when Howdy Inc. Announces a brand new podcast.
Yeah.
So this weekend will be very fun, especially for me.
Okay.
Because maybe not for you. We got wrestling.
Yeah.
But I got Rocket League. I got some RCS and RLRS this weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're so excited, aren't you?
Oh man, I've been waiting for this day to come.
Yeah, you're so excited. Yeah.
All right, so
Has it happened you guys say it happens like every week. It happens every 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
So about 2 a year.
Which is no different than you sitting there and watching people play Rocket League any other day of your life.
But this is way different because these people are really, really good.
Okay.
And they do cool things.
Okay.
They do spitteroonies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So are you a part of it?
I'm not a part of it.
Okay.
I didn't do anything with it this year.
Okay.
I would like to next year though.
Okay.
I really didn't have time to this year.
Oh yeah. You were too busy playing Rocket League to play Rocket League?
No, there's lots of things. Rocket League hasn't done that. Well, they had a new update, but then they haven't done that much since then. So I've been playing a couple other games and stuff. So I haven't really had time to be able to get a team together to do this stuff. But I do know somebody who's in RLRS, which is Rocket League Rival Series, which is like
the same thing but a different name.
It's like the same thing, but for lower kind of people. Not for the high people.
Oh, okay.
Not for Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do you have to do this?
Because I hate Rocket League.
I didn't do this for the Guardians.
You could have.
Like, oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. You got a brick? Cool. I care so much about that, don't I?
Yeah.
Just why?
All right, so what else?
Unnecessary.
Keep talking about Rocket League.
Yeah. So the last one was in November. It started exactly, what is it, the third month? Yeah, it started about 5 months ago. Today is when it started. And it ended about like a month or two later.
This goes on for a month?
Well, about.
That's ridiculous.
Wait, no. The World Championship goes on for 1 weekend.
Okay.
But all the other stuff, there's EU like 1 week, and then NA the other week, and then keeps going. I'm pretty sure there's also Oceania again this year too. So, yeah.
All right.
This is the 5th season.
Okay.
They've done 4 already, and I've actually participated in 2. And the first one I did, I got like 3 rounds in, went to the losers bracket, got 2 rounds in, and lost. And then the last one, I failed miserably, and I came up with a team like last second. And we hadn't played a game yet until we actually went into the tournament. So,
how many people's on a team?
3.
So it's 3 versus 3 car soccer.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that what it always is 3 versus 3?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Every game you play is 3 versus 3?
What do you mean? Like, overall in Rocket League or
Yeah.
CS?
Rocket League.
In Rocket League, there's 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the big tournament dealie is always 3 versus 3.
Yeah, the most played one is
3v3.
3s.
Okay. Is that how you like to play it the best?
I like playing 2s.
Why?
I don't know. I just like it more than 3s.
Okay.
3s is really fun. I am a little bit better at 3s than 2s because I feel like I can move on the field more because I can feel like we have more defense than just one person being back. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right on.
Cool.
So what else? Is that it for Rocket League?
Maybe next week I'll have a little bit more because I'll be watching it once we're done with this.
Gotcha.
Oh, geez. It's like starting in like 20 minutes. Can we hurry this up?
Uh-oh. We ain't got much left, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
So what else? We were going to talk wrestling here a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
Fastlane is tomorrow night, the WWE pay-per-view.
SmackDown.
The SmackDown pay-per-view leading into WrestleMania. This will be the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, which means we're not that far away from the second annual WrestleMania prediction episode that we will be
You
doing.
can finally say second annual.
Yeah, won't that be cool?
Yeah, that'd be cool to be able to say second annual.
Yeah.
What was it? WrestleMania Spectacular.
WrestleMania prediction
Spectacular something.
extravaganza. Or
Extravaganza.
Everything's
prediction
always
show.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So, but we will definitely be doing the second.
I remember
anniversary of that.
extravaganza was in the name.
It always is. I don't know why I like that word so much when we come up with those just stupid names.
A weird word. Like
Yeah.
extravaganza.
Yeah.
Like who thought of it?
Yeah. There was this old commercial is kind of what I'm referring to when almost every time I say the word extravaganza, it makes me think of this commercial when we were living up in Columbus. They had like this big like liquidation sale that was going on at like some big like arena type thing or something, or where the Ohio State Fair is, I think is where it was.
Yeah.
And like the commercial was like so over the top, like it was so loud so that everybody in the world could hear it if it's on your TV. And they called it an extravaganza, and they were like, it's an extravaganza. And like for some reason I thought that was so stupid. So I've just kind of always remembered that. I have no idea why.
That's so weird.
So that'll be coming up here soon, the second annual prediction episode.
Yeah.
Fastlane's the last one before WrestleMania, so WrestleMania will be here before you know it.
Yep.
Hopefully it's good. So Fastlane itself
seems like it will be good, especially the last couple of matches we've had with that main events.
Yeah. But we'll get to WrestleMania in a couple of weeks. So right now, Fastlane.
We'll get to WrestleMania and then freaking
Fastlane doesn't look great by any means.
Freaking Roman Reigns will go against Brock Lesnar.
That's at Mania, right?
Yeah, but
So
I'm guessing Braun's going to be part of that.
But the one thing that I like, I mean, I know I just said we'll talk about WrestleMania in a couple weeks, but the one thing about that, about them two fighting each other, Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, at least they're wrestling each other. So instead of putting them both in separate matches that I would hate, at least there's only one match that I have to hate because they put them together.
And we get to see Roman Reigns get beat up.
That's
always fun.
Brock Lesnar came out at a house show, like I think it was last weekend, which Brock doesn't do house shows. House shows for the...
He also doesn't do Raw.
No, yeah, you're right. For those that aren't familiar with wrestling terms, a house show is like one of the shows that's just not on TV. It's just like a part of their tour, but it's not Monday Night Raw. It's not a pay-per-view. It's not televised. It's a house show.
That's the stuff that we go to.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times those are better shows than the actual Raw.
Dean versus Bray Wyatt,
because the house shows.
Rules match, remember that?
Yeah.
One of the best matches I've seen ever.
Because one of the pluses of going to a house show is that that's where they like kind of practice their wrestling the most. So you get a lot more wrestling and a lot less like people in the ring talking and people backstage talking like you get on Raw.
A lot more of Seth Rollins touring his ACL.
Yeah, you get more wrestling. So that's pretty cool. So, but Lesnar came out at a house show a week ago and he fought Kane in the main event. And I think it was like an impromptu match or something, the way it sounds like. And it was 35 seconds long. He beat Kane. and the entire audience, once it was over, because they were pissed off that it was only 35 seconds long, the entire audience started booing them just because they were so mad that the main event of the thing that they paid to get into was 35 seconds long. So a lot of people left very upset.
And those kind of things, those house shows aren't as long as Raw. They're like,
I mean, they're a couple hours long.
They're like 2 hours long.
Okay.
So about as long as SmackDown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot Raw's 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but let's do Fastlane. Fastlane, I mean, there's nothing that I'm really looking forward to, personally.
But it's going to be Rusev Day.
Yeah. I like Rusev, but of course he's not going to win against that guy, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Nope. Shinsuke
Nakamura. Okay. I'm sorry that I got that wrong. So, but Fastlane, I don't know.
What about Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode?
Yeah, who cares? I don't care about anything
Charlotte
that Randy
Flair versus Ruby Riott?
Nope.
What about the main event? Come on.
The main event is AJ Styles versus John Cena versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. So, what is the point of this match? Is this like if somebody wins this, they go to WrestleMania, or
they get the title?
Okay, so it's not actually like a stipulation of who's doing what at WrestleMania.
Just whoever wins this match
is going to because they will be the champion
WrestleMania
and will
going
fight
against
the guy that won the Royal Rumble. Okay,
but that means that either he's going against John Cena or AJ Styles. None of those other people.
No, it'll definitely be AJ Styles. AJ Styles is not going to lose his belt 3 weeks before WrestleMania. I don't think. I mean, that's my. But
prediction. Have you heard all the stuff about John Cena and stuff about?
Yeah, he challenged the Undertaker. So
yeah, and he's like, "Oh, but that's not gonna happen." Like at first, I thought everybody thought it was actually gonna happen because like John Cena mostly gets what he wants.
Yeah,
and then
he sucks now. Nobody cares.
And then he's like, "So I challenged the Undertaker, but we all know that's not gonna happen."
So
I want that to happen though. That would be a good quality match. Undertaker versus John Cena, both in this business for a while.
Yeah.
So not as long as Undertaker, but
yeah,
still they know how to put on a match.
Yeah.
They don't do a Braun Strowman and actually punch somebody in the face without selling it at all.
Yeah. Cena sucks at selling a lot of times though.
Have you seen Braun Strowman does not know how to wrestle.
Yeah, most of the people they employ at this point don't know how to wrestle.
This guy's just a big guy.
Let's switch this up here a little bit.
People.
So let's talk about real quick here. Let's talk about some other wrestling that's going on instead of WWE. Because let's be honest, WWE is not putting out the best wrestling show at this current time. What
about the women? The women are doing pretty good.
They are, but go watch the women in other feds. Go watch. We were going to talk about Wrestle Circus. We mentioned Wrestle Circus last episode a little bit, and I've been watching a bunch of it since then. I mean, you want to talk?
To buy a shirt.
Yeah, I did. I bought a Wrestle Circus shirt. But I mean, you look at the matches that their women are doing, like that Tessa Blanchard versus Brian Cage match.
That was a really good match.
That's what their women are fighting like other guys, and like they're having like 5-star matches. Yeah. Like WWE, that's not what they're doing. Like I understand that they're like pushing their women's division and stuff like that. And like I think it was on Twitter or something, like somebody said, like the more and more the WWE keeps reminding us that they're finally doing something with the women, it's just a reminder of like for how long that they did not do anything good with the women other than them being strippers, basically. Yeah. So like, I mean, at least they're doing something better with it now instead of it still just being stupid. But they still haven't came nearly as far as the women and other indie feds. That's how I feel about that. Like, especially like in Lucha Underground stuff, like they've got like some really talented women that wrestle, and like I think they could kill any of the girls.
When does Lucha Underground come back?
I don't think they've announced the date yet. I know they started filming a couple weeks ago. Okay. So, but like there's another Wrestle Circus show coming up on March 24th on their Twitch. So I know Taggart said he's going to come over for that. So we're going to like actually watch Wrestle Circus like as it happens and stuff.
When is that?
March 24th. It's a Saturday night.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's their next big show, and they've announced all kinds of matches for that. So I'm really.
How long are the like pay-per-views?
It was like 3.5 hours long. The last one was. Yeah, they have like an intermission that like happens in the middle of the show, which the stream just kind of keeps going as. So it's not really like quite that long of a show.
It's mostly just like we'll be right back, like that kind of thing. That's what lots of streamers do.
Yeah,
they have to like.
So I've been kind of I'm trying to trying to find other wrestling out there. Like, I want to watch wrestling. Like, that's kind of where I'm at this point. Like, I want to watch wrestling, but like WWE is like, for the most part, just still not doing it for me. So that means you have to look elsewhere. Same way with music. The music on the radio sucks, but you got to go look somewhere else. And there's a lot of good stuff out there. Like, there's a lot of people that's saying like, this is another golden age of like, we're entering another golden age of professional wrestling, but like WWE is not a part of it. They're the biggest one, but they're the least good show at this point.
Yeah.
So another one that they announced this week was the Bullet Club is putting on their own pay-per-view in Chicago this fall, I think it is. And I would love to go to that. There's all kinds of good people going to be there. That would be super cool. But it is 5 hours away. So, but it might be cool to make a 5-hour road trip for wrestling.
That's what I'm talking about right now. So I challenged Dad to a game of Tetris.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I've been playing Tetris for the last like week or so.
And I've been playing Tetris since I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But when was the last time you played it?
The last time I played Tetris, I played it on the Raspberry Pi not that long ago when we were setting up the Raspberry Pi again.
Okay, but you weren't like tryharding.
I wasn't tryharding?
Yeah.
Trying hard?
No, you weren't tryharding.
Tryharding?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, you weren't tryharding.
You weren't tryharding? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Lane wants me to play him, in which I have not yet because I don't want to embarrass him about how good I am at Tetris.
I've been doing really, really good so far. You've seen my scores.
Yeah.
Tyler in the background being like, oh, like, I'm getting 100,000, and Tyler's being like, oh, you're so bad, and I only have like 5 rows.
Yeah. So we've been talking about this, and so Lane measures his Tetris awesomeness in score, and I measure my Tetris awesomeness in road trip length, I guess is the way to put it. So there was one time me and my buddies went up to Detroit to see ICP a long time ago, and we drove from Cincinnati to Detroit, which is about a 4-hour drive, and I sat in the back seat on the way there. I think there was 4 or 5 of us in the car. And once we kind of got on the highway and got rolling towards Detroit, I had my Game Boy with me, and I played Tetris. And I played one game of Tetris from here to Detroit. And when we got to Detroit, I turned it off because I wanted to experience Detroit. That was the first time I had ever been there. So I turned it off. I didn't even finish the game. I didn't die. I just turned it off.
Probably have like a million Tetrises.
So that's like a 4-hour. We probably got there in a little under 4 hours because, of course, we all drove super fast back then.
Back then, like you still don't drive fast.
Yeah, super fast back then.
You still drive fast and very reckless.
Yeah. So there was a couple times we made it to Detroit in like record time. Like we decided, like, oh, let's go see ICP tonight. Okay, and we'd have to go real fast.
Why would you do that?
It's called being young and fun.
I am young and I'm very fun.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I am really fun.
Yeah, so I don't. Awesome. So that's how I measure my Tetris awesomeness. Is I did that once. But I think I'm really good at Tetris, but I haven't played it much lately. So I'll probably sit down and Lane will probably beat me, which will suck. So
yeah,
that's why I guess I'm putting it off because I don't want to be beat. But I'm the champion. I'm just not defending my title.
Yeah. Oh, you're Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, exactly. So what else? Was there something else that we were supposed to cover
I don't think so.
here?
We haven't said anything.
We were talking about wrestling. We were talking about where did my simple note go? This is great radio.
Oh, that's okay. You'll talk about that in later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
bye.
I think that is. I think that's it for this segment. Lane's dying. See you later.
Okay. Bye. I'm dead. So now we just have to do intro. Do you and him want to do outro together?
That's how we'll do that, yes.
Okay. So the wrestling podcast stuff and outro will be the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just got to do the intro.
Yes.
How long will that segment probably be?
Not too long. I just kind of want to announce the show and say what it's all about.
Tyler killed someone. But that never happens.
Ah! I have 1 HP. Don't shoot me. My knee.
I say,
You are a turd.
I say he never
You
gets,
jinxed me.
he never gets any kills. Immediately
Alright, so
gets
just
shots at.
before we start this.
Oh, that's amazing.
Suck.
All right, ready?
Like,
Yeah.
either.
Oh,
Ready, go.
what's up, boys? This is the episode 28 of Howdy Radio Next Generation, and this is the intro. That was great.
Do you want to redo it?
I wasn't ready. I didn't know what to say.
Ready, go.
Sup, guys? I don't know. What am I supposed to say?
Mm-hmm. Ready, go.
This is again the worst part of the show again, and at least this time I don't have to do the outro. Whoa!
It wasn't good.
I was gonna say at least this time I don't have to do the outro. You got this. Like,
No, you're the intro guy.
I don't like doing this though.
Ready?
This is the intro. What's it? This is the intro.
Stupid.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go watch Rocket League now. Bye. Bye, Hollow.
Hey,